Fox News alert now. White House moments ago says it knows Syria can move chemical weapons to a seaport. That comment from a question asked in today's briefing only moments ago. There's also a report that Assad's government has turned over less than 5% of its chemical stockpile. Ralph Peters, Fox News strategic analyst, with me now. And Colonel, good to see you, and good day to you as well. 4% of the stockpile, that's not going to get it done, is it?
No, it's not. But the basic question here, Bill, is why on earth should Assad give us anything? Obama's threats, whether against Syria, revenge for Benghazi, fixing Afghanistan, they've all been totally empty. Essentially, when you've got President Obama versus Assad, you've got Goldilocks versus Jack the Ripper. And Assad's got knives in both hands, and Obama's trying to figure out whether the strategic porridge is, well, maybe too hot, too cold. How do you get it just right? I mean, we have a president who has made no end of bellicose, empty threats and has not followed up on a single one. If you were Assad, would you take him seriously?
I don't know what the context was at the White House briefing there about why that question came up. And I mean, that must be a concern now when you think about the possibility of loading chemical weapons onto a ship and then getting out there, and where does it go from there? Iran? In intelligence, you look for patterns. What pattern do you see with the way our administration has been trying to deal with Syria?
Well, it's, again, the same as in Benghazi, dealing with Iran, Afghanistan. President Obama and the rest of the unholy trinity, Biden, Kerry, they make threats. You know, Kerry saying Assad must go, and Biden with his various pronouncements, but we never follow through. Now, I am not a warmonger. I don't think war is the answer to everything. But when the President of the United States threatens armed intervention to end a massacre and then does essentially nothing, the United States' credibility is on the line. And with chemical weapons, I mean, what a deal. The Russians and the Syrians just put over on Obama because he wanted them to put it over on him. Remember, the concern with Syria, Bill, initially was the slaughter of civilians. And we ended up not doing anything about that, but simply accepting the fact that if chemical weapons massacres are bad, so if you give up the chemical weapons, basically you can slaughter anybody you want. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm not explaining this powerfully and forcefully enough, because we made ourselves accomplices to massacre. Now, in Syria, I truly believe that there's nothing wrong with our enemies in Al-Qaeda and Hezbollah killing each other. But we're at the point now where the credibility of the United States is on the line, and I would personally, and I say this reluctantly, support airstrikes against Assad's air force and air defenses. But with that, you can't empower Al-Qaeda. Right. You also have to get Al-Qaeda.
That's right. I mean, if you go in against Assad, you help Al-Qaeda. Yep. Invite you go in against Al-Qaeda, and you help Assad. This video that we saw just yesterday of this 2-year-old girl being pulled from the rubble, and you look at it and you see it, and you know, one side can play this for propaganda effect right now. This little girl's alive. She's going to be okay. But this is what is happening in that country time and again. And you believe, whether it's Assad in Syria or Putin in Moscow, these guys are playing us, and they're doing it well. I'll give you the last word here.
They're doing it brilliantly. Well, not only Putin, not only Assad, the Iranians, even Hamid Karzai, sort of the crazy uncle of international affairs, they're all playing us. And Obama suckers for it every time. The bottom line for Obama and his acolytes is that negotiations are the opium of the chattering classes. Obama believes everything can be solved with words. There are times when you must defend yourself and humanity with force.
Wow. Colonel Ralph Peters, thank you for your input today. Thank you. Out of Washington. Thank you, Colonel.